did organize this privacy workshop in last spring, and the idea in the privacy workshop was to just bring together a bunch of people who have expertise both on the big data applications that might have privacy concerns, so things like retail, transportation, sensing, smartphones, as well as people who have expertise on the technology side, so things like how do you anonymize data sets in a way that can protect individuals' privacy, or how do you establish tools that prevent information from being shared with people who shouldn't have access to it, to sort of the policy side. So how do you create policies about how data ought to be used that allow many of these big data applications to be, exist. So I think everybody feels like there are some really compelling applications of big data, especially when you talk about medicine, improving healthcare, improving transportation. These feel like good, real problems to be solving. So you want to have policies that allow those kinds of applications to move forward while still protecting individuals' rights to privacy. So that was the idea in the workshop. Growing out of that workshop, we've since created what we call the Privacy Working Group. So the Privacy Working Group is a sort of group of people from MIT, from our lab, CSAIL, and from our member companies in the Big Data at CSAIL initiative, who are all getting together to kind of just talk about what privacy means in this era of big data, and what are the different tools and technologies that we can bring to bear. And I think really for the member companies, they need to think about how they manage this trade-off of what data should I be collecting, given that I'm collecting some particular piece of information, how do I protect it, and what are the things that are okay to do with this data and what's not okay to do with it. And one of the great things about doing this from an academic point of view is because we don't have our own vested interest in, commercial interest in these kinds of settings. I think hopefully we're sort of a neutral place where we can have a dialogue about, what are the trade-offs between the technology and what information you collect, and, how it's used, and, how you can, these companies want to make money from this. And so there's a real, a tension and a conflict, and I think it is something that we need to just talk about and sort of hash through. And it's not just technologists, but I would say it's society broadly defined. And so we're trying to include lots of different voices in these conversations as we have them.